Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, and we are back at Goodwill. This is on my way home from work. It is the back way home, but I'm thinking about every week now taking the back way home and stopping at Goodwill. I used to do that back in the day, have not done that in a while, so let's start it again. So let's go in and see if they got anything new. All right, yet again, back at Goodwill, and I'm a little nervous at first. I'm not seeing too much of anything new. Looks like a lot of the same stock they had last week, but there ended up being a few new titles, such as Season 1 of Carnival. Very cool, but this is an old blockbuster release, and they strangely priced each individual DVD. That was kind of weird, plus I already have it, so I ended up passing on that. They still had Seasons of The Mentalist for only $5. Great deal, but again, wasn't necessarily interested in picking those up. This I would have grabbed. That would have been a great deal, but it was horribly scratched, so I passed. And wow, Python? I don't come across that too often. I already have it, but great movie. This is pretty cool as well, but again, I already have the complete series of Brady Bunch. I don't need that. And lots of copies of Season 1 of Lost, but I already have that as well. And wow, they still have this? I can't believe it. Oh wait, at 20 bucks, I can. Nobody will ever buy this at 20 bucks. That is such an insane price. But Python 2, on the other hand, that I'm surprised they still have. That is such a great movie. I do not see that ever. But again, I already have it. And they still have copies of all these UMD videos. That is really cool, but I already have those. I didn't need them. So finally, onto the CD, since I was having no luck with the movies. Hopefully there's something good. And this was about it. Awesome CD, but not much more I had any interest in grabbing. So quickly over to the Halloween just to see if they had anything cool. And that guy there was really weird looking. Not too much going on, but look at this. This was handmade. That is pretty cool. Unfortunately, it was kind of starting to fall apart. Otherwise, I would have got it, but wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, all right, not the greatest trip ever to Goodwill. Ended up picking up a CD. That was it. But it is what it is. Sometimes you hit big, sometimes not so much. There have been many times I've gone in there and came out with absolutely nothing. At least I found one title. There is another thrift store down the street. If they're still open, I have no idea what time they're open till, but if they are still open, we might go hit them up. Otherwise, I guess that's it for today. Well, unfortunately, the second thrift store was closed, but that is life. But in the end, I still think I hit pretty big today as I got an amazing CD. I love this.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again.
All right, back from Goodwill, and not exactly the most successful trip ever to Goodwill, but as I said, that is just the way it goes. You don't always hit big, and I'm glad you guys are seeing that now in my videos. The way I used to shoot years ago, I would pretty much only film when I knew I was going to hit big. If I went to a flea market, or it was Black Friday, or if I went to a Goodwill and there was a huge wall of stuff and I wanted to buy a lot, I'd bust out my camera and film for you guys because I would just want to show you guys these huge big hauls, and I'd always be walking through the door with just bags of movies, and you guys would ask me, how is that possible? How do I go out and find tons of movies every time I go out? And the truth is, I didn't. I didn't always find movies. Sometimes I'd go out and find absolutely nothing or just very little. I just wouldn't bother to film it. Now I am, and it's going to show you guys that I don't always hit big. I mean, just this weekend, went out, did some yard sailing. I came back with pretty much nothing. Again, it's just the way it goes. I don't always hit big. I just hunt a lot. I'm always looking at stores. I'm always going into Goodwills and flea markets and pawn shops and chain stores. I'm always looking for movies no matter where I am. And that's why I find so much, but it takes a lot of time and effort to find these huge hauls. A lot of the times I go into a store and find nothing, or in this case, I find one title. And all I picked up from Goodwill today was the Best of the Crew Cuts, which I'm pretty excited about because I've never owned anything by the Crew Cuts before, with the exception of probably Shaboom or something like that on a compilation. That's probably it. But I've never owned like a best of or anything, so that's really, really cool. Definitely a good band. A bunch of white guys there singing doo-wop, which is interesting. But yeah, so pretty fun though. I do enjoy this music, and definitely like the song, you know, Shaboom, great song, and tons of other good songs in here as well. 22 tracks. Some of these I have heard before. Many of them I have not. A lot of these are new to me. So this was definitely a great listen to in the car, and I'm excited to listen to it even more. So definitely cool. I've only paid $1 for this, 97 cents for this. Not a bad deal. So this was it. This is all I found. I'm kind of lucky I even found this. I was looking through the CDs, and I was like, nothing, until I got like to the bottom row, and this was sitting there right on top. So I definitely lucked out that I even came out of there with anything at all. But a pretty cool title in my opinion. I'm definitely happy about the CD, but no movies, nothing like that. But again, that's just the way it goes. I don't always hit big. So, all right. So now on to tonight's Cinema Sickness Halloween Horrorthon title. And that, of course, is going to be House 3. Let me point to it correctly this time. There we go. House 3. I think yesterday I went like House like 1 and 2 or something like that. No, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I was putting it the wrong one. So House 3 is what I will be watching tonight, because I did just recently watch House 1 and House 2 the past 2 previous nights. I have seen House 1 and 2 before. Great movies. I highly recommend them. I've never seen House 3, and I've never seen House 4, so I'm definitely pumped to check those out. So let's see what House 3 is, see if it has anything to do with the first 2 movies. I have no idea. First 2 movies really had nothing to do with each other, so I'm thinking House 3 probably is in the same realm. I'm not sure, though. Definitely excited to check it out, though.
Don't look now, Cub, but your family's dead.
And he did. They were really huge. Don't you remember?
Just kidding.
All right, House 3, definitely another fun House movie. Really enjoyed this one. I like the fact that it's very different than the first 2 movies, which is great because now all 3 movies are very different in tone. I'd say the first one's a straight up like 80s horror movie. Second one's definitely a horror comedy, but it has a very different tone. And now this one is sort of a horror thriller, and I think it's just fantastic. I love that this movie stars Lance Henriksen. That is so cool. He plays this cop who brings down this serial killer played by Brian James, which is really cool as well to see him. So he brings down this killer, and they end up putting him to death. They electrocute him. But the horror twist of the movie is now this electrocution basically kind of turns him into this, I guess, electric ghost, if you want to say it that way. Kind of turns him into this spirit, and now he's traveling like through electricity, and he's haunting Lance Henriksen's house and his family, and he's setting them up for for murder charges, because there's this boyfriend of his daughter who Brian James kills, and of course Lance Henriksen is kind of pinned for the murder of the boyfriend, and he's basically just Brian James trying to torture Lance Henriksen for bringing him down. His goal is to haunt him the rest of his life and eventually kill him. That's what he wants to do. And of course, Lance Henriksen has to bring this to an end, and pretty awesome to watch him go about doing that. So again, kind of a horror thriller sort of element, not quite straight up horror. And I like that. I like that all 3 movies felt very different. So House 3, I think I was putting out wrong yesterday. I think I said House 1 and 2. No, it's House 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was putting it the wrong ones yesterday. But yes, House 3, very awesome. So I would highly recommend it, just like I did the first 2 House movies. All 3 thus far are fantastic. I'm so excited to watch House 4 now. I hope it's as good as the first 3, and I hope it has a different tone. I hope it's just a completely different movie. I like that. I like this entire series thus far. It's just completely different, not only in tone, but the fact that all the movies have like nothing to do with one another. I like it. A fun anthology type movie series. So House 3, I would definitely recommend checking it out, and House 4, I'm going to check out tomorrow. So pumped for that. So yeah, House 1, 2, and 3, check them all out. All right, and with that, I am now off to bed as usual because I am crazy tired. I was definitely really tired today. I kind of caught my second wind now. I was almost not going to watch House 3. I was going to pop in like a horror documentary or something because I thought I was going to fall asleep, but my second wind kicked in, and I'm good now. I'm so tired. This new job, I like it and all, but I'm actually working. The last 14 years, again, very cushy job. The last job I had for the past 14 years. So I'm not used to working quite this much. Plus, I had off the last 2 months. I wasn't working the last 2 months. This job requires me to pretty much be on my feet the full 8-hour shift. So it's actually kind of exciting because it's getting me trained, I think, for Walt Disney World. Usually when I go to Walt Disney World, by like the first maybe 2 nights, I am so dead. I'm incredibly tired. My feet hurt so much from all the walking around because you're just constantly moving and doing stuff. You're out from the very beginning of the morning till 12, 1 o'clock, whatever at night, and all you're doing is walking around and standing the whole entire day. And I think this is definitely going to train me for that since I'm standing pretty much all day long and I'm getting up very early and I'm staying up way too late. So I think it's definitely getting me trained for Walt Disney World, and that's pretty awesome. But I'm not quite used to the schedule yet. I'm not complaining about anything like that. I'll totally get used to this eventually. But right now, my body is just not used to not getting a lot of sleep. It was for 14 years. It was totally used to that. Now it's really not. I got to get myself worked back into that, and I got to get myself used to standing for like 8 hours straight. But once that's all taken care of, I'll be good to go. And like I said, I still am enjoying the job. And yeah, so awesome. And it's training me for Disney, so that's always a plus. And I only have like 40-something more days. I think it's like 48 more days or something like that, or 47 more days. Less than 50 days until I go to Walt Disney World. I am so excited. I'll do an announcement about that eventually. If any of you guys are going to Walt Disney World, I think I'll be down there from December 6th to the 18th. I think that's the dates I'm going down. If any of you guys are going to be down then, let me know. If any of you guys live in the area, I would totally love to meet up with you guys in the parks and hang out. Something I always want to do every year. Again, I'll make an announcement about this, but just a heads up, if any of you guys are going to be down there or live anywhere near the area from December 6th to the 18th, I will be there, and I'll definitely be hitting up all 4 parks if you guys want to meet up at any point in time. So, all right, again, with that, I got to get to bed. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button, and you're going to get one. And if you want to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, one of many designs you can choose from, then head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com where you can get yourself one of these. And finally, if you'd like to support new content, just show your thanks and appreciation for these videos, and keep these videos coming your way every single day, then head over to patreon.com/cinemasickness, where every tiny little bit helps. A simple donation of $1 or as much as you like really does go a long way, and all goes right back into these videos and gains you early access to most of my videos as well. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.